are monsters, and they will definitely get those boards if they're there to get.
Yeah, Leroy John averaging 10 rebounds a game, and Albert Richardson 8.4. We are ready to tip it up live from the Pack Arena. Here we go, and USI right off the tip. Derek Lyons trying a little trickery behind the back. No good, and wow, what a wild scramble right off the tip. Habib Ademi, the pull-up, and there you go. The first basket goes to the Eagles.
Boy, Ademi is really come on. There's a steal, Hughes.
And we're going to see this all night long. A lot of pressure from USI, and it's really important for the Eagles to get off to a good start. Of course, losing 6 straight games, and here comes Brandon Hughes, the quick little freshman, senior transfer from Michigan. Lyons misses the shot, looking for contact. Oh! We talked about the slam dunks, and how about that one?
That's a great way to get this game off to a good start. 19:20 left in the first. It's a 4-0 lead, and what a way to put an exclamation point on the opening of this game.
Leroy John was about to throw one down, couldn't grab the handle. Here comes Brandon Hughes over to Ryan Kelly, and they'll reset the offense and maybe slow things down a bit. It's already 4-0 here with 1 minute gone in the game. Ryan Kelly looking to penetrate. He'll drive, kick it out to Derek Lyons, looking for the 3. It's off the mark, and the rebound comes down to Albert Richardson. The Panthers trying to quiet this crowd just a little bit, trying to get the first bucket of the game. Leroy John back out to Anwar Perry. We're going inside, and it's kicked away. Good defensive play by Ryan Kelly.
This gym is absolute. At USI, it had plenty of shots and hadn't converted. It could be much worse than this right now, than a 4-point lead like it is.
And here come the Kentucky Wesleyan Panthers. Harper motioning to his offense to get it in the bucket. They need a score. And Gino Bartolone, who has all 3 of their points, driving the baseline. The kick out to the freshman, Bobby Zerner. His 3-pointer comes up short, but he grabs his own board, goes up strong, and gets it blocked by DeAndre Gibbons. Zerner in no man's land, kicks it out. And they're calling a foul. Wow.
Coach, something they were working in the pregame, it was putting DeAndre Gibbons on the inbounds. You can imagine trying to throw it over his 6'7" frame.
Rico Duncan, this time he'll try the baseline, and Gibbons throws it right back out. An intimidating force for the freshman as he blocks 2 shots in the last 30 seconds. Duncan right in front of us on the dribble. Josh Kane comes into the basketball game. He is guarding Duncan here, and Duncan trying to make eye contact underneath. This time back out to Bartolone. He fakes the 3 on Kelly. He'll drive again, put it up. No good. Skine for the rebound. I think everybody jumped too high. And they're going to get a travel, a timeout.
Oh, they gave him the time.
Kentucky Wesleyan. The Panthers call a timeout. That's the first timeout of the ball game, as timeout between head coach Bruce Pearl and Ray Harper. Never seen anything like that, and I tell you what, Mark, neither one of these coaches want to lose this ball game.
Definitely not. I tell you what, Kentucky Wesleyan just an abysmal start from the field. Just
to this game in the last couple of timeouts.
Thanks a lot, Bill, and hopefully
a couple of timeouts.
And USI gets the ball back, gets 2 straight shots, and Billy Harris puts it home. And this is what the Eagles need to get back into the game. Good pressure. Anwar Perry splitting the defenders. Leroy John. What a move by Leroy John.
He is a treat to watch. Leroy John came off the bench last year, but doing it in the starting lineup this go-around for the Panthers.
Another turnover, and Wesleyan weathers the early storm, 29-18. Panthers with the ball and an 11-point lead on the road in a hostile environment.
And you sort of see why Leroy John's a preseason All-American. With moves like that earlier, he had the nice dish for the assist, and Albert Richardson trying to get up in there.
Good rebound by Habib Ademi. The Eagles trailing by 11, and number 11 bringing it up the court. Brandon Hughes to Derek Lyons for the 3. This would be big. Ooh, and an air ball. Not what you're looking for when you want to switch the momentum.
Definitely not. An air ball kind of deflates the crowd. Lyons 6'2". He came up and came away with that ball just a couple of feet away from the bucket.
A guy that's averaging 30 minutes a game in Duncan, probably not going to reach that plateau tonight.
This may be a quadruple overtime game. How about that, guys? Derek Lyons, a great spin move, but he's fouled.
Not a bad foul.
I think maybe Albert Richardson with a foul on that, big number 55.
We've seen that spin move before from Derek Lyons. The last time I saw it, he did this spin move. Right here you see it, and he's got 2 options. He'll spin, as he does on Albert Richardson, and he may take the shot, and he can also dish it off.
Derek Lyons at the line. USI with the ball and trailing by 11.
How do you like that move from Albert Richardson? Here's a big guy who's going to spin. He's a right-hander, but yet he spins and puts it up with a little left-handed half hook.
And how about Ryan Kelly, a guard, going in there, getting knocked over by Richardson. back to gameplay. Brandon Hughes over to Derek Lyons. Habib with a rare three-pointer, and he's got it. That's what they
are really getting involved.
I'll tell you what, we are a three-pointer away from this crowd just exploding. You see USI get a three-pointer here, I can just about bet that Wesleyan and Ray Harper are going to call a timeout, and the crowd's going to go wacko.
If they hit a three, Harper's coach might get off. Notice both Pearl and Harper both have their coach back. I guess the fans gave them their coach back. Here comes the alley-oop to DeAndre Givens. He slams it home, and what a slam, and here come the crowd. What a shot, and the momentum is clearly on USI side as the Panthers almost throw it away. And here comes the steal. Givens tips it back to Hurtis. Billy Harris, he's going to go up and gets mugged, and it's an intentional foul. And they'll get two shots in the basket, and they're a big squirm, a rugby scrum underneath the rim. Wow, what a momentum change. And they can tie up this ball game with this possession now as Coach Pearl goes over to calm the USI fans. But what a sequence for the Eagles. They're right back in it, 48-44. And Chris, take a look at the replay.
I'll tell you what, Pearl wants to win, but he definitely doesn't want to see anything like that with the fans and everything. But look at this alley-oop to DeAndre Givens, the freshman from Mount Vernon. Boy, can he get up and give a high five to the fans.
Wow, what a play. That was a thriller. And DeAndre Givens' roommate now, the other freshman duo, Billy Harris, play there. They only come up with one.
But the big important thing here is they're only down by 3. It is still a one-possession ball game. Great hustle on both teams right here, and that's all they needed. Chris, you mentioned a minute ago that they needed a three-pointer.
I mentioned rugby earlier, and almost turned into rugby right here as Billy Harris gets thrown down. And see how close the fans are to the action. And it's not been the first time something like that's happened. We go back to live action. Gino Bartolone, the drive out to Chris Thomas, who just heaves it up. Bad shot. DeAndre Givens comes down with it. Here come the Eagles. Kevin Hurtis. Josh Kane wide open. And they get it to him, but the Panthers get back. Rico Duncan, good job of getting back on Kane. And DeAndre almost throws it away. Kaimon going strong, and here comes Billy Harris. The freshman out of Carbondale throws it down 48-47, and Leroy John open, but Hurtis comes up with it. And what do we have?
Got the timeout.
The Eagles' biggest lead of the second half. And right back the other way. Here come the Panthers. Keep up with this at the track meet, and it's a steal. Hughes with a 4-on-2 break to DeAndre Givens. The finger roll is good, and it's 55-50. Will Harper call a timeout here? The defending national champs kind of on the ropes here with 14 minutes to play in the second half. Wow.
Anwar Perry's about to get back into this game, and so is Gino Bartolone. They're worried about that guard play and turn it over.
And Harper has a lot of faith in his troops. Leroy John from the outside, and the big fellas, Albert Richardson and Leroy.
And that Gino Bartolone, not afraid to toe it up. That's his 10th point, and they're all been big. He's about the only thing that's been going well for Kentucky Wesleyan in the last few minutes.
What a tip in by DeAndre Givens, and the Eagles are back on top, 66-65, and this is one of those crucial part of the games. We're coming down the home stretch, and who is going to grab the momentum? It's up in the air right now. Leroy John on the outside against a team. He probably will pass it back out. Let a guard have it. Bartolone, who's just been unbelievable the last 4 or 5 minutes for the Panthers, and it's probably a foul, and a good call there, a push out. I think it's on Adini.
Ball game, and Ray Harper and Bruce Pearl, guess where the jackets are?
And right above Ray Harper is a sign. It's a great big towel. It's at Harper's cry towel. And you know when we go to the Sports Center, there'll be a big one for Coach Pearl. You got to enjoy the way the fans get into this ball game.
And watch out, Bruce Pearl, because the fans at the Sports Center are a little bit closer to the benches.
Oh, it gets mugged. Leroy John, a hard foul on Kaimon. Kaimon with a smile on his face. He's all right.
He's safe.
Oh, they call an intentional foul. Wow. He's supposed to go to the body, and now they're starting to be broke up, and
he got a tee.
Has been called, and with 5:53 left in the game, an intentional foul and a technical foul is real bad news for the Panthers. And of course, there's a lot of bad blood between these two teams.
Mark that one down. And if you're USI, you definitely don't want to return the favor. You don't want to come back and do something stupid. You want to take advantage, hit these free throws, get the ball.